Each killer in Die or Death has a variety of different skins, which often have their own chase theme, sound effects, and more. There are a lot of cool skins in this game, so in this video, I'm going to be showcasing my top 3 favorite skins for each killer. That's a total of 15 skins, so hit that like button and subscribe, and let's get started. Huge astronomical shout out to my boy Sarazik for letting me borrow their account to make this video. It would have never been possible otherwise. We're going to be starting off with the Pursuer, and as my third favorite skin, I picked the Stalker. They have a full black outfit with a rusty sword on their back and 2 glowing neon red eyes. They also have custom running and walking animations, which are pretty neat. They also have custom sound effects for some of their moves. This is how they sound using Howl, and this is how they sound using Stalk. They also have a custom reaction to being stunned. On top of this, they also have a custom chase theme. Like pretty much every chase theme in this game is really nice, and the skin itself is pretty good. It's a nice simple design, and I do like its custom animations. Overall, a solid way to start off the video. For our next skin, we have the Zombie. This skin actually has 3 different variants, this first one being very retro, with a rusty body, a stiff animation, and a zombie head. They also have a custom animation when being stunned, with one of their arms falling off. The second variation is a bit more interesting, having a cut on their head, a big gash in the middle, and the default animations of the Pursuer. They also have a custom reaction to being stunned. Both of these variants have custom sound effects when using their moves. This is how they sound when using Swing, and this is how they sound when using Howl. The third variant of the skin is quite different, having more of a tribesman appearance, carrying a large staff. This one has different sound effects from the other skins. This is how they sound using Swing, and this is how they sound using Howl. They also have a different animation when stunned, kind of just falling on their butt. On top of this skin has a banging chase theme. This chase theme slaps, and I like it quite a bit more than the Stalkers. It's just a nice retro vibe. It really fits the skin nicely, and it's a nice addition to an already really good skin. I do love how many different variants it has, and I think quite a few people would consider it as their favorite Pursuer skin. But for me, my personal favorite skin is Miko. This skin has 2 different variants, the first one being Miko and Iko. Miko has a custom animation where he looks very afraid, which is especially the case when he's running, putting his arms up in the air as if he's one of the survivors. They have a sword going through their chest, they're covered in blood, and they look pretty concerned. When stunned, they kind of just collapse to the ground, which I think is pretty funny. They also have a custom intro with them lying stabbed on the ground with the text "Please don't kill me" above them. They have a custom sound effect when using the Howl ability. The second variant, Iko, is definitely my favorite since it's so unique. They have a very stupid looking design with a spherical head and just a lot of cartoony aspects. They have custom walking animation where they look goofy as hell, and a running one where they put their arms up in the air. They have the same sound effect for their Howl ability, and they also lay down on the ground when stunned. And of course, they have a custom chase theme, which is a banger. It's a very unique but catchy chase theme, which has like a million samples of different memes. It's really cool. Overall, I think the skin is great. I like the theme of a killer that's like afraid for some reason. It's got 2 different variants, and the theme is good. So I think it's pretty reasonable to say that this is the best Pursuer skin. Well, with that said, we're moving on to our next killer, that being Badware. And as my third favorite skin, I pick Devil. They have a red color palette with an evil looking face, PNGs of fire on their screens, some devilish horns, a sign that says no escape, and a skeleton burning on their chest. They also have custom computers with a fire background, and when teleporting to their computers, they have this cool fiery ring around them. On top of that, they have a custom chase theme. Ooh, baby. I'm gonna be blunt with you guys. The main reason I picked the skin is because I really like the chase theme, and I think the skin design is pretty solid. Although the computers definitely could be a lot better. With that said, my second favorite Badware skin is Angel. In terms of design, this one is leagues better, with an obviously angelic design, having huge wings, photos of clouds on their screen, a halo on their head, and some sparkling particles coming out of them. They also have a custom computer, looking very outdated. I think it might be time for them to invest in a new computer. When teleporting, the explosion has a golden color. On top of that, they have a custom chase theme. I definitely think the chase theme isn't as good as last skins, but everything else is much better. The design is fantastic, with a lot more details, and the computer is leagues better, actually being completely unique. So yeah, really cool skin. That leaves us with my favorite Badware skin, Arrowware. It's designed to look like those nostalgic depictions of future societies, and those weird arts they would have on soap bottles, with 4 wings, 2 green antennas, the old Windows background on their screen, a fish in their chest, a radio on their back, and a spinning CD on their face. They also have this cool bubble effect coming out of them. On top of that, they have a custom intro. They also have a special sound effect when placing computers. And their computer looks like some kind of weird robotic humanoid. What the hell? When teleporting the computer, they have a big blue explosion. They also have a custom sound effect when using Bolt. And they have a custom voice line when entering LMS.
You've been chosen as the winner. Congratulations.
And of course, they have an awesome chase theme. Bro, the composers in this game are so talented. I think the skin is absolutely incredible. Really awesome design with a ton of details, custom voice lines throughout the game, a custom intro, and a really good chase theme. It is the most expensive Badware skin, but I think it's worth the price. I think that's a great way to end off Badware. And with that, our next killer is Artful. And as my third favorite skin, we have Tixful. They are extremely dripped out with a ton of gold assets, a brown suit, and a golden sword with a Tix particle effect coming out of it. They also have custom models for all of their abilities. When building a wall, it's made out of ticks, showing off their wealth, and the music box is replaced with a money bag, which plays this audio. Being a reference to the Onceler from the Lorax. They also have a custom puppet, having this really cool design with money bags and ticks. On top of all this, they have a custom chase theme. Pretty swag. Overall, it's a really cool skin with a nice particle effect, custom abilities, and more. I think some people will put this in first place, but there's a couple skins I prefer. That being said, as my second favorite Artful skin, I pick Noliful. This is a collaboration skin with Forsaken, with its appearance being based off of Noli. Their staff has the voice star at the end of it, and they have a dark purple color palette. They also leave this glitchy trail behind them, which I think is really neat. They have a custom music box, which looks like some kind of weird floating doll, and it emanates a very ominous noise. They also have a custom wall, which I believe is supposed to be a skeleton within a coffin, but I'm not really sure. They also have a faint custom sound effect when attacking. They also have a custom puppet, which is very strange looking, being a figure with a cross through them, constantly changing colors. They also have a custom reaction to being stunned. This skin actually has a second variant where they are covered in concrete. All of their sound effects are the same, but a couple things are unique. Their wall is covered in a bit of cement, the note block is covered in a bit of cement, and their puppet is covered in cement. I think you get the idea. On top of all this, they of course have a custom chase theme. Damn, Noli. I'm a big fan of this chase theme. Definitely feels like they try to make it sound more like the chase themes in Forsaken, which I would say usually are more intense, rather than the retro vibe that this game goes for. It's a cool collaboration skin, and I like the fact that it has two variants that are almost completely different. Well, that leaves us with our final skin, my personal favorite, the Vesto. They have an interesting design with a red and black checkered shirt, a gray tie, a suspicious face, and their wand is replaced with a spinning cube that says F3X. They have a custom animation, which isn't really that crazy. They're changing up the running and walking to be even more retro. Their wall has a custom texture, looking like the bricks from Minecraft. They also have a custom music box, which looks like a bottle of hot sauce with arms. It also plays this music. I don't know what this reference is. They also have a custom puppet with a green shirt and a plank with a nail at the end of it. On top of this, they have a ton of different voice lines.
What do you mean this lane is closed? Now it is. Nothing to see here. Here, catch. Get down. Now I can see the music. That's definitely gonna be on my permanent record. This is so humiliating. Hey, now I can't feel my legs. Ugh. That's gonna be sore tomorrow.
He also has a special voice line when entering Last Man Standing.
Going, gone.
And on top of that, he has a custom intro.
Guess I better find the drop box.
And of course, like all the other skins, he has his own chase theme. I think this is a fantastic skin with a ton of personality and an insane amount of effort put into it. Every ability is custom, it has its own intro, and a ton of voice lines. For me, this was pretty easy to pick as my favorite Artful skin. With that said, we're going to be moving on to our next killer, Harken. And as my third favorite skin, I picked Audi. They have a white and orange design with an audio symbol on their face and a cool particle effect with some exclamation marks coming out of them. They unfortunately don't have any custom abilities other than the fact that their agitation is orange, but once they enter the rage mode, they now become red and white. The particle effect changes to red, and they have some extra lines coming out of their ears. On top of that, they have a custom chase theme. Nice chill chase theme, pretty sweet. But that's not it, because every Harken skin has another chase theme when entering rage mode. Pretty intense. I think this is supposed to be based off of SoundCloud with the name Audi and the color palette, but overall I just think it's a clean skin. Nice particle effect, nice design, and a nice chase theme, but nothing too crazy. That being said, my second favorite Harken skin is Discerna. They have a green color palette with a blocky design and a bunch of hazard symbols surrounding them with some stripes and a triangle. They have a custom green agitation, and as they fill up the rage meter, their color changes going from yellow to orange, and once you enter rage mode, you become red. Pretty cool. On top of that, it has its own custom chase theme. And just like last skin, this is how it sounds when in rage mode. Honestly, this chase theme reminds me a lot of a Geometry Dash level. I like it. Really cool skin. I love the constant color changing. I'm kind of considering putting this at first place instead, but there is another really cool skin. With that cool skin being Mr. Screwy. This is definitely one of the most detailed skins in the game, having a toy design, being covered in a ton of plushies, being built out of toy blocks, and having a wind-up key on their back. They also have the sleeping particle effect coming from their shoulder. They have a custom pink agitation, and when they hit someone with Link, plushies are dropped on the ground nearby them. It also has this sound effect. They also have a custom sound effect when using immolation. This is how they look in rage mode, being a bit broken up and having a very angry expression. And of course, they have a custom chase theme. I did not expect this much of a banger from such a silly skin. I'm pretty certain this theme is inspired by the Battle Cats theme, since it sounds very similar, which I used to love that game, so very much appreciate that reference. But wait, we forgot one thing, the Rage theme. I think the skin is fantastic, with an insane amount of detail and a lot of charm. It also definitely feels very unique compared to the other Harken skins. I do kind of wish, however, they had more voice lines, but still, really good skin. With that said, we're moving on to our final killer, that being Killdroid. And for my third favorite skin, I picked Futuristic. They have a blue astronaut outfit with some blue wings on their back and some very, very old school looking missile launchers. They have these yellow missiles when firing, their kill bot is this cute little blue ball, and their detonation is as usual. There also doesn't seem to be anything custom about their flying, but my favorite part about the skin is his chase theme. I mean, this is just peak. I'm just gonna be real with you guys. I don't like the design of the skin. I think it's kind of mid, but I love the chase theme, and that's the main reason I picked it. So yeah, interesting start. For my second favorite Killdroid skin, I picked Jet Droid. This is a collaboration skin with the game The Battle Bricks, and has a sort of military design. Its rockets are gray, and its killbot kind of looks like a spaceship. From what I see, the flying animation and detonation are as usual. Its intro is a bit custom, with a unique background, but there isn't much else to the skin. However, it does have a custom chase theme. Dude, I don't think there's a single chase theme in this game that I don't like. Good chase theme, nice design, it's a really solid skin, but it doesn't feel awfully unique, regardless of how good it is. And with that, we segue on to my favorite Killdroid skin, and the last skin in this video, Pixel Droid. The skin has an 8-bit style, looking straight out of Pixel Gun 3D. I absolutely love the look of it, and it's definitely the most unique Killdroid skin. Its missiles are of course 8-bit as well, and the killbot it summons is for some reason just a box, I don't know why, and when flying, the flame behind it is just one yellow brick. And this is how his chase theme sounds. Beat is so funky. Pretty fire. I love how much the skin stands out, and there's something so nostalgic about the way it looks. The chase theme is nice, of course, and out of all the Killdroid skins, this is definitely the one I would rock the most. Also, if there are any developers watching, is this inspired by Pixel Gun, or is it just supposed to be 8-bit? Regardless, that is it for this video. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with my picks, and if there's any skins that you think I slept on. Honestly, I was very pleasantly surprised when making this video with just how high effort all the skins are in this game. Pretty much every single one has a custom chase theme and a pretty cool design. For a game that was supposed to be a joke game at first, this is pretty amazing. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and make sure to check out my Discord. I'll most likely be active there after this video posts. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.